Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and this is my review of Tyler Perry's Ruthless Episode 8, Heaven on Earth. Now, first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much, really appreciate it. Please hit that like button, because every time you hit that like button, it lets YouTube know this is a good video for Tyler Perry reviews. And also, if you can, check out the description box where you'll find my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and we have a Facebook group that's dedicated to soaps if you're into soaps, and all that's in the description box. I give entertainment news on my social media. I do funny things, commentary, things that are uplifting. So just check it out. I try to stay away from negative stuff. But you're here for this Tyler Perry Heaven on Earth review, and here we go. The highs gets high. The highs got high. He had one of his boys shoot him up with something I'm going to assume is heroin, because of the way he was so spacey and out of it and just in a whole nother world. So the highs gets high. And the sheriff is clearly high also as he starts singing country songs in the car. Brian realizes that he is out of his mind and that he was drugged, and so he tells the sheriff he's going to need to do a blood test to see if there's anything in his bloodstream. The sheriff just says, I feel good, we don't need to do it, but I'll go ahead and do it if you really think we should. And the only thing I kept thinking is he going to crash? I want to know, is homeboy gonna crash? So, because, I was looking like, the car looked like it swerved a little bit, but it's green screen, so, it is what it is. Malcolm is revealed to having had an affair with Sarah. So Malcolm, we found out in the previous episode, is dating Cynthia, Lynn's cousin, the one that took her to the hospital. And because I guess Sarah got lonely, they had a one-night stand, and Malcolm is like, I'm in love with you, and this kind of really threw me off, because this whole time he's been like, we gotta find Andrew, we gotta save Andrew. But if he's in love with his wife and screwing his wife, how hard does he really want Andrew to come back? So that is kind of caught me off guard. Like, you're having an affair, but you want the husband to come back? Doesn't make sense to me. Brian drew the sheriff's blood, and my friend who was watching the show with me, he was saying, can he really do that? And I'm like, I used to be a fireman, and we learn paramedic skill. We become paramedics, and so we learn how to draw blood and things like that. But also, police also have a medic bag, and they also learn basic medic skills as well, because if, let's say, they have a partner and something happens to the partner and they need medical help, they don't have really a lot of time for the medics to get there. So police do have a basic knowledge of medical treatment. So yes, he could draw the sheriff's blood, but I actually thought they were going to the hospital and have nurses do it so they can go ahead and run it. Because the way this show is, who the hell knows how long it'll be before they get a test back, or did he even make it to the hospital because he went home? Did I miss something? Did he even go drop the samples off, or we just don't know? So also what happened is Ruth continues to try to get Tally to trust Andrew. Ruth hasn't had a whole lot to do in the last 2 episodes. Her whole purpose has simply been to tell Tally that they need Andrew to sort of like bring him back to our side. We can trust him or whatever is her feeling. Daikon has a beer with Andrew, and as he's having this talk with him, and Andrew's talking about how he doesn't trust the cop, Daikon says, well, I've been around a lot of cops before, and you really sound like one of them. And so, Andrew denies being a cop. I think he apologized for not saying Sarah was his wife. And he just was like, done. Like, Daikon is like, done. He's like, I know something's up with this guy. And Andrew did something interesting, because I noticed in a comment section of another person's video they reviewed this episode, they were saying that they didn't know if Andrew is really falling onto the Ragadushi way again, or is he really just playing everybody? Because soon as Daikon left, Andrew poured the beer out. So is that because he know it's drugged? Although he does something really crazy in this episode that had me going, is he really believing what he's saying, or is it something else? So maybe he doesn't trust Hallie. I don't know. The highest wants... Oh, this part. Daikon goes to visit the highest to get permission to go ahead and do some recon and investigate Andrew. And the highest does give him permission. But he's also like, this white people coming to our compound has really gotten me upset, so I think we should all die. Jesus died when he was 33, and I'm 5 years older than him, so I should have been gone. And so Daikon has to talk the highest down, because we know he's made that soup, and that he has what he needs to poison everyone if he feels like things have gone wrong, just like they did in Waco and the other cults. So Daikon is able to calm him down, lay in bed with him, give him a kiss, and lay with him till he falls asleep. So this scene was both crazy as hell, because the highest is like, I'm tired, I'm done, I think it's time for everybody to die. And then, Daikon is looking at him like so lovingly, like he is everything. And so it was kind of sweet in a way, the Daikon's devotion to the highest. Well, at the same time, if he wants everyone to die, that includes Daikon. Not a good look. Cynthia reveals to Brian that Lynn took LSD, and she blames him for her relapse. That kind of pissed me off, because this is one of my pet peeves with some women that don't take responsibility for their own unhappiness in this specific situation. If you are a woman that is bored with your life, if you are a woman that has a man who has a great job, he works hard, and he's got you a house, he's got you cars, he's taking care of you, and you have free time because he's working. So when Cynthia blamed Brian for Lynn doing drugs, I got pissed off, because I know sometimes Tyler Perry placates the women, and to me it's like you're misleading them and leading them wrong. Brian is doing what a husband is supposed to do. Brian is taking care of his family. Brian is providing for her. She knew what his job was before they got married. This wasn't a surprise. She's also been in the military and the police force, so she should have an even greater understanding of what he's doing. So this is the time where, do you want to get a foster kid? Do you want to adopt? Do you want to get a part-time job? Do you want to volunteer in the community? Do you want to organize the family cookout reunion? Do you want to join a church and do charitable things in the community? Do you want to work in a soup kitchen? Do you want to do something productive with your life that's going to fulfill you while your husband's at work? Because sometimes people become so codependent on the other person, and that's how people um, end up in relationships where they feel like the other person is so clingy because they don't have a life. They have made you their life. They felt like they were a half. You were their missing half, and now they feel whole because they have you. When the truth is, another person doesn't make you whole. You come to the relationship whole. They come to the relationship whole, and together you create a bigger, stronger unit. That is how it's supposed to be. But a lot of people miss that day in class. And so it just made me annoyed that Cynthia was taking that road that, oh, because you work so much, then your wife is now a drug addict. It's not his fault. She made the choice to go to that compound. She made the choice to lick that paper with LSD on it. She made her choice to set up a meeting with Daikon to get more drugs. These are all Lynn's choices. If she was in a NA program, she would have to first take responsibility for everything she is doing on the show before she can begin to heal. So why create a narrative where some women are going to feel like, yeah, he works too hard? Because the second problem that's going to come in is when you have a hardworking man, and let's say life happens and that hardworking man loses his job, and now he ain't got no money. Do you know how much more stressed out you will be with a broke man who's trying to find a job, and now you either have to go to work or you just start losing things that you enjoy, like that new car you got? Well, y'all can't afford it, so you're going to have to send it back to the company, and then you're going to owe all this extra money. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and pay it off. But unless you've got that insurance that I have where you turn it in, it also covers all of that, whatever. But I won't get off topic. But I just felt really annoyed by that, because there's so many different ways to fulfill your life that doesn't have anything to do with your relationship, so that while your man is out there working, and he's working because you know his job, so while he's out there working, you're not bored at home drinking, waiting for your girlfriend to come over so that y'all can drink some more. You can have something constructive for you to do. So sorry about that little tirade, but I gotta put the wisdom out there. When the men feed y'all the BS that makes your life worse, I would like to feed you the truth about things you need to think about. You can disagree with me in the comment section, or you can agree with me in the comment section. Andrew is out of control, and he tells Tally he wants to tell the highest the truth about their relationship and their baby, and he drops the bomb that he's married. And Andrew played this scene in a way that he looked crazy as hell. That man looked like he was on 10 drugs. And Tally managed to get out the situation to get him to calm down a little bit. But is Andrew just playing Tally? Or is he really drinking the Kool-Aid? And then it ended with Daikon showing up at Sarah's house. And so she hears something. She's like, who's that? And he's like, Andrew. And she comes running down the steps, which she should have recognized that wasn't Andrew's voice. And then there's Daikon standing in her living room, or her foyer. And I'm like, dummy. This is what happened when you go to your man who's undercover's job and infiltrate the situation, because once again, you know what it is, but you will risk his life, your kid's life, because you're being needy and impatient. And just like, she's got 4 checks that ain't been cashed, that he ain't cashed. Why ain't they been cashed? You got bills to pay. Your bills are behind. Your cousin maid ain't been paid. So, there you go. So, yeah, she brought it on herself. Daikon's in the house, and he's going to probably look for any kind of clue that Andrew is a cop. We'll see if Sarah gets out of this, if Sarah doesn't make it, or how this goes. But it was a great cliffhanger for a really good series that I'm enjoying, and I look forward to this week's episode, which will come out on time. Sorry about this lateness, but yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video, and check out my other stuff.